Hi, I'm Bridget Gelderman with Davis R Chant, and I report on Pike Wayne MLS real estate activity. And so I'm here to talk about May 2024 and where we are in June. We just started June. So let's talk residential inventory. There's no surprise the inventory has gone up. That is actually really normal for this time of year. It's a little bit more than we've seen in the past couple of years, but it's definitely welcome. It really needed to improve. We were just really low on inventory. So we have 550 homes right now on the market compared to 477 last month. And last year around this time, we had 481. So we're down about 70 homes from last year at this time. Again, we were just so low. So I did think we really needed to get inventory up a little bit. Pike and Wayne County. Pike and Wayne, out of that 550, 484 are in Pike and Wayne County, so the rest are in surrounding counties, so whether it's Monroe or Lackawanna, some are in New York State. 413 were last month versus 484 this month. Pike County alone has 291 homes on the market versus 245 last month, and Wayne County 193 versus 168 last month. So let's talk about our statistics. Our new listings are down 5% from May of 2023. So that means we're holding on to some inventory that might be older, and we're flat on new listings year to date. And this is why our pending homes were down 12% from last year at this time, and we're down 6% year to date. And that's really why the inventory seems to be up. We're just not selling off that inventory as quick as we were. Our sold listings are flat from May 2023, and we're down a little bit year to date, 4%. Our average days on market is actually 66, so a little bit over 2 months. And last year at this time, it was 72. So we're down about 8% year to date. So that is actually a really good indicator that we're still a very healthy market. Our absorption rate went up a little bit, very slightly from last year at this time. We're about at a 3, so it would take 3 months to sell off all of our inventory. And last year it was 2.79. And however, year to date, we're down 5%. So that seems like, again, a very healthy number. Average sales price. So this is really important on both sides. It's actually up 8% year to date, and this May it was 332,000. Last year it was 297,000. So we're still seeing that average sales price go up. Those that think that it's going down, it's not at this point. And our average list price, so our average sales price went up 8% year to date. Our average list price went up 9% year to date. And that could be why we're seeing things sit a little bit. We're seeing some overpricing happening in the market. Again, very typical for this time of year. We'll probably start to see some price reductions on those homes that have been sitting. So it's really important to price your home right, get it sold within the first 30 days, but ideally within the first or second weekend. That is a good strategy. So what is our little nugget here? Inventory is definitely going up, but not by a crazy amount. We're not seeing the market flooded with inventory. New listings are down a bit, but homes going under contract is down more. So that's why we're seeing those numbers still look like we have a good amount of inventory. We're definitely not getting a flood of homes to the market. We're seeing some areas increase, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, like Lake Wallenpaupack lakefronts. But for the most part, in most of the communities, I'm seeing either increase or decrease, but nothing crazy. Actually, in the hideout, they're going down a bit. Again, we'll talk about that in a second. Days on market dropped. However, we might see that go up a little bit in the next few months, especially since our inventory is a bit higher. And our average sales price is increasing, so that is definitely a good sign. I feel like May is a little bit all over the place. Let's see how June plays out. And June is notoriously quiet because of graduations and vacations getting started the end of the school year. So we might be a little bit quiet in June, but I'm curious to see how that plays out. So let's talk just really quick about average sales price. One thing I'd like to point out, May of 2023, our average sales price was down 12%. This past May, 2024, we're up 12%. So that's a pretty good increase. We had that kind of decrease last spring. So it looks like our average sales price is doing well. And out of the last year, really only the May and June of 2023 were down. The rest was either flat or down slightly or up quite a bit. So I think we're gonna just see that average sales price continue to either remain very stable or go up a little bit. We'll see how that plays out. So let's talk about the Hideout. We're gonna talk communities now. This one was a little bit surprising. June of 2023, we had 50 active homes on the market in the Hideout. Right now, we only have 35. That is quite a decrease. Fawn Lake, last year at this time, we had 7 active homes. Right now, we only have 4. Again, another decrease. Mast Hope, I believe, is in the same boat. 19 active homes on the market last year, and this year we have 16 active homes on the market. So not that much of a decrease, but down a little bit. Tanglewood Lakes has seen an increase. We had 8 homes on the market last year, and right now we have 12. Again, nothing crazy, but definitely a little bit of an increase. And the same with Wallenpaupack Lake Estates. Last year, 12 on the market. This year, 19. Both, all of these are very, very active communities. Lake Wallenpaupack Lakefronts. This is the big surprising one. I think it's surprising to us all. In the market right now, we have 26 active Lake Wallenpaupack lakefronts. Last June at this time, we had 8. So if you are looking to get a Lake Wallenpaupack lakefront and you've been sitting on the sidelines because you feel like there's nothing out there, definitely reach out. 13 of those, I believe, are under $1 million. So there's definitely, we're seeing some increase in inventory in all of the price points. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for a Lake Wallenpaupack lakefront, and if you're selling a Lake Wallenpaupack lakefront, I don't want to let that inventory number scare you. We're still seeing them go under contract. They just need to be priced right. So some of the Lake Wallenpaupack lakefronts we're seeing that are sitting right now are just basically overpriced. There's still a good amount of buyers in the market looking. I listed one last month. It had a lot of showings, so there's definitely buyers looking for Lake Wallenpaupack lakefronts. Now, non-Lake Wallenpaupack lakefronts. Last year at this time we had 32. This year we have 33. I did have to dig a bit on that data. They're not necessarily all being tagged correctly. So that's kind of a little bit of a big deal. If your house is on the market and you're not listed with me, you might want to just confirm that your house is tagged right, because it may not come up in lakefront searches. So just keep that in mind. So summer is here. Well, it's not officially summer. It sure feels like it. We've had some warm temps, although I think we're going to head in to some cooler temperatures, but we're definitely enjoying. The last few weekends have been beautiful, so that is good news. Memorial Day weekend was great. We did see interest rates. They're not coming down like they were promising to, so we've seen them kind of tick up a little bit, come down slightly, but right now they're not coming down. However, that doesn't seem to be stopping many buyers. They're still out there looking, they're still out there putting in offers, and the rates aren't crazy. They just haven't done that drop that we were hearing about. Our average sales price had a nice increase in May. Our days on market are slightly down. However, our inventory is increasing. So again, that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially if you're looking for a home. You've got a little bit more to choose from. And if you're actually selling a home and that inventory is increasing, it's not necessarily a bad thing anyway, either. Sometimes buyers want to see more than just one home. Your home may stand out, but they want to compare it to something, and they haven't been able to do that, so they haven't been making the trip. Now they may have something to compare it to, which they'll make the trip, so they'll come to the market, which is a good thing. May was a bit of a roller coaster. I feel like we are a little all over the place in terms of our numbers. We'll be curious to see how June does. I do think we got a little bit quiet towards the end of the month. The weather turned out to be beautiful Memorial Day weekend, so I think people were out enjoying it, and now hopefully they've enjoyed it so much they're going to come and buy a home here. And we're well into 2024, so if you're considering selling, I definitely would get moving on that and come up with a strategy. I'm happy to help, and we can discuss it, of putting your house on the market. And if you're looking to buy, some great inventory out there, so start doing a new search. Let me know if you need help with any of that. I'd be happy to help, but you have some more inventory to choose from. And that's a wrap. That is the May 2024 market report, and looking a little bit into June as well. I hope you have a wonderful start to summer. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel on YouTube and for following my page on Facebook. Bye.